hasn't even been that long. What's going on? Welcome to All Elite Weekly, the first fan podcast, or any podcast for that matter, solely devoted to the brand new wrestling promotion, All Elite Weekly. I'm your host, Matt Cruz. Damn, it feels good to say that. The podcast is on the road again, just like myself. In the past, usually I broadcast out of Riverside. I've taken refuge in the past in Moreno Valley, California. And if you've noticed, if you listen, I've been dark for the past few weeks here. Probably going on 3 weeks here. I am in San Jose, California. I'm in an underground, undisclosed location in San Jose, California. And I'm seeking, a little bit of relaxation tonight, a little bit of R&R kicking back. If you've been listening and you're like, what the fuck, what's been going on? It's some heavy shit. I'm not going to drop it on you right now. We can talk about that at a later date. But luckily, I have been able to be in town to help out with family and just to spend time with some family. In a time where it's important to be here. To me, where every day I kind of feel like this is where I'm supposed to be, this is where I need to be, and in the past, in Riverside, both luckily and sadly, I was at a place where the only thing that really at this point, the only thing that really took precedence was the podcast, and luckily I can do that from anywhere. And I haven't been doing it for the past couple weeks. I've been, spending up most of my day helping out, spending time with family. Even if I'm not helping out, I just, that's where I need to be. And I've been enjoying it. I've been lucky enough to be able to do it. It's been awesome. And I've said that I'm going to get back to the podcast eventually. I have not been able to take notes or keep up with all the goings on. It's been a little different. I'm living a different schedule here. Not in a bad way, just a different schedule. And, sometimes it's good to change it up anyways. Unfortunately, for the podcast's sake at least, I haven't been, like I said, I haven't been keeping up with the Road to Double or Nothings or the Being the Elites. I watch them when I can. I've been watching a lot of wrestling. I have not been going through the back catalog of a lot of these wrestlers. I have, kind of been dark. So I thought to tide things over, today as I sit and record this, it is March 10th. Wow. It is, okay, it's March 10th. The last few weeks have kind of just been, a blur. But it is March 10th, and we're a few months away from Double or Nothing, May 25th in Las Vegas. As of right now, here's our new goal, guys. Here's the direction we're going. Instead of backtracking and going over the different signings that we've had to All Elite Wrestling in the past few weeks, I will catch up as far as Instagram-wise. I'll be following everybody so we can just keep up from now on. But there's no way to backtrack. There's no way to give you guys, in a manner that you deserve what I missed while still going forward. So here's what we're gonna do. Tonight I'm sitting down with no internet. Like I said, underground, undisclosed location in San Jose, California. And I have downloaded a few videos here. I've downloaded the All In 0 Hour. I've downloaded All In the full pay-per-view. And I have downloaded the All In After Show. My goal over the next week or so is to sit down tonight. We'll see what I can knock out tonight. Is to sit down here, though, watch these, and give a little bit of a commentary track just to tide things over. And we'll see what we can get out of it, man. To be honest, I've seen All In itself twice. I really fell in love with it, and that's what kind of sparked the passion to follow the Elite and the Bucks and all this goings on that we're having right now. The 0 Hour, I've only seen once. I just saw it recently within the past few weeks for the first time, and I've never seen the post event promo or speeches that were going on in the ring itself. So I thought this would be interesting, just to tide things over. Here's the next benchmark, starting a month out from Double or Nothing. Excuse me. So the end of April, the 420 episode, the inaugural 420 episode, which is very exciting to me. We will be starting again. We will starting with the countdown from a month to Double or Nothing, and we'll be back to our normal schedule of keeping up with the notes, with each week's new signees, the news, going over matches each week that people have as far as on the independent circuit leading up to Double or Nothing. And I'll be doing all the wave backs again and giving you guys a couple old suggestions for these cats in their careers in the past, for things for you guys to watch. But right now, it's 8:34 p.m. It's storming outside. I have in front of me a mug It is 35% vodka, the majority 65% Monster White Ultra, because I don't need that sugar. I'm trying to operate as close to 100% as I can here, and this is what we're gonna do. Also, in front of me, I have All in 0 Hour. This includes the the over the budget battle royal, and the SCU match. Okay, here I'll just come out with it. Full honesty. If you've been listening, you also know I've been unemployed for a little bit here. I was working for I was working for one city, transferring to another city. In the midst of that transfer, all this family situation has been going on, so that was all put on hold. I'm looking into being a wag walker to walk dogs, but finances are low. Funds are what they are. I have not purchased All In on Fight TV or pay-per-view. I intend, with the very first paycheck I get, whether it be from walking dogs. Also, yeah, if you're in the Bay Area region or in the San Jose region, you can look me up on WAG. I believe it's just my name, Matt Cruz. Boom, I'll come walk your friend. We'll be friends. There's a plug right there. Boom, plug one. But back to All In. I have not purchased it. I have downloaded the 0 Hour from YouTube. I'm at the 0-0 mark. It was not the Colt Cabana one. Shit, I wish I would have paid attention what it is. The title was All in 0 Hour, and then the parentheses, over budget battle royal, SCU versus the Briscoes. I'm at the 0-0 mark here. I'll give you guys a second to cue it up. Again, the titles, All in 0 Hour, parentheses, over budget battle royal, SCU versus the Briscoes. So like I said, I've only seen this one time recently, and I was falling asleep. Not because it was boring, but because while I've been out here, just trying to use all my energy in the day. So at nighttime, it's actually pretty calming to sit down and fall asleep to some matches that you've seen before. This was not one of those cases. I should have paid more attention, but also had in the back of my mind that I wanted to do this. So I was not too bummed about not seeing it all. So I've given you a second to queue up. Hopefully you either have a drink or or something to burn of some sort. I have, I will be doing the same a little later. But as I take a sip here of this concoction that I've made, I'm gonna hit play on this sumbitch, and we're gonna get going. All right, off the bat, starting off with the Bullet Club logo. Very cool, very exciting. Man, I've never been to Chicago. I've always wanted to visit Chicago. A couple years ago, when I was struggling in North Hollywood, I had this far-fetched idea that I would join up with an old friend of mine and spend some time living in Chicago. It's 47 degrees here today in San Jose, and I can barely bear it. I heard it was 20 degrees in Chicago the other day. I would not last. So shouts to everybody who visited Chicago for this event. I don't think it was that cold, but still, to me, when I think of Chicago now, I think of cold. All right, here we go. We got Cody and the Bucks coming out here. Very, very cool moment. I didn't see this, so this is my first time seeing this bit, actually. What a reception. Hey, what's going on? Matt here. Just a quick interlude here. This was probably the biggest lull that I had for the rest of the evening. It's been a long trip out here in San Jose. We're about the 9-minute mark and some change here, All In, the pay-per-view event that we're doing the commentary on. I was revving up, getting things going, just starting off this glass of Monster Ultra mixed with Smirnoff. The rest of this, I'm going to be a little bit more of a chatty Cathy, but I wanted to fill this lull and just take a second to say thank you guys so much for checking back in with me. Make sure you hop over to the Instagram page, All Elite Weekly. We are on YouTube at All Elite Weekly, and other things are going to get going as we get closer to May 25th. Also, later this week, I will have my first guest on the podcast, so look out for that, for a commentary for the rest of All In event. Thanks so much for listening. Stay tuned. Things are going to rev up. I promise I'm going to start to get more talkative as we get going here. Boom. Here we go. Here's a little bit of pyro. Very cool. I love I think most wrestling fans do. Obviously, they wouldn't be doing this if they didn't. It brings back a little bit of nostalgic factor from back in the days when wrestling had the money to blow insane amounts of dollars on pyro each week. Not even just on pay-per-views. I'm talking like Raw, SmackDown, whatever the fuck it was. People were getting all kinds of pyro. Here we go. They're saying also one thing you need to throw a wrestling show. You need a random cameo by an old wrestling legend. Nick Jackson's, they're trying to guess who it could be. Matt doing a Road Warrior impression. Some of the audience getting not really big pop, a little bit of a smoldering applause. People look confused. Boom, out on a Harley. Road Warrior. Which one is it? Which Road Warrior Animal? Road Warrior Animal coming out in a Harley. This didn't do as much for me. Obviously, it gets a pretty decent pop here. But I was never a big Road Warriors fan. Just not my cup of tea. Too wrestlery. I never really dug them. They worked a little stiff. I could tell, even from a young age, I could just kind of see they worked stiff, and I just didn't dig the whole, we're fucking gonna tear you the fuck apart. Oh, here we go. Pro Wrestling Tees coming out here. Shouts to Ryan over there at Pro Wrestling Tees. They're coming out here shooting some shit off, some freebies. Man. If you were there, if you were at All In Wrestling or All In and you caught one of these shirts, shout out, holler at your boy. I'm curious to see what they were shooting out. Were they All In shirts? Were they different shirts that they were just trying to get rid of? What shirt did you get? I want to know. If you were there, if it was you caught one of these, or one of your friends caught one of these, write into your boy All Elite Weekly on Instagram. Or I think you can email me at wrestlingwithwrestlingshit@gmail.com. I want to know, what shirt did you get? Here you go. Speaking of Pro Wrestling Tees, right into a segue. They got a commercial here for Pro Wrestling Tees and Joey Ryan's new t-shirt. Joey Ryan, infamously for getting his butt kicked and summoning the Bucks and Cody. I still don't know how I feel about Joey Ryan. I know that sounds weird, but I don't know. I mean, he's not the best. I don't think to me, he doesn't come across as the best worker, but maybe it's just one of those things where he's just so into that character where, he's working it where, that's what he wants us to think. Maybe we're just talking in a circle here. Thank God. Here we go. SCU music is hitting. Scorpio Sky, Frank Kazarian coming out. Boom, I love it. In the fucking Rocky gear. Frankie Kazarian doing the homage to Rocky, rocking the Italian Stallion, black and yellow robe. Out comes Scorpio Sky as well. Oh, harkening right back to Apollo Creed in that USA gear with the top hat and all. How cool. What a fucking dope moment. SCU. I didn't even really. Like I said, I mentioned I was falling asleep when I saw this the first time. This didn't really stick with me. Wow, this is amazing. Frankie Kazarian, Scorpio Sky, well done. Good choice. I would love to know whose idea this was first. Secondly, who did the gear? I could probably find this on your Instagram, but if you know the answers, again, hit me up. Let me know. I would love to see how this came to be. As I go back through the rest of these wrestlers' back catalogs, I'm pretty excited. I know as somebody, there's probably a big contingency of people who would be like, "Oh, you're doing a weekly All Elite Wrestling podcast, asshole. You should know everything about all these wrestlers." But to me, it's more exciting that I get to go back and discover these things with you guys on a weekly basis. And, I get to come and tell you, like, wow, I just saw the week that Scorpio Sky joined Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels, or I just saw Britt Baker fight Madison Rayner, Like, these moments that people know. I think I've mentioned this before. It was like watching straight out of Compton with my younger sister, who's like, I don't know what happened with NWA. So every time, like, something's gonna happen, or she's like, oh, is Ice Cube gonna leave? We're like, oh, is Easy? I mean, the Easy one's not as happy of a prediction, but she was like, is Easy gonna die? It's just like, to me, I think it's exciting to hear somebody discovering these things as they do, or as they're in the process of discovering these things. I don't know. That's just me. Frankie Kazarian. What a pimp, man. What a legend. He's out there. They're doing the SCU bit. They're over. They're at to steal from Stone Cold. They're over like Rover. Wow. What a great reception for SCU. And here we go. Cue the Briscoes music. The Briscoes I've only seen a handful of times. Actually just last night I rewatched some comfort food was like, or some comfort watch was Ring of Honor Final Battle from this past year, and the ladder war between the Briscoes, SCU, and the Young Bucks. Briscoes obviously from Wrestling Legacy, Wrestling Dynasty. I like them. To me, they almost seem like what. Excuse me, sorry, got a lot of carbonation going here. They almost seem like what the Usos kind of fail at being, because the Usos are too cool. Like the Usos don't come across as dangerous because they're too smooth. They have this urban edge, and that their father and maybe them, I don't know, but the Bay Area region that they're from. Shouts to I'm out here in the Bay, as Nelly would say, I'm out here in the Bay. But just unlike the Usos, the Briscoes just come across as dangerous. They have that like edge, but they just come across as more dangerous. This young kind of like still urban attitude. It seems like they bring across. It's just this edge. I really fuck with it, even though they're older, but they just seem tough. They seem like a couple tough cats. Couple tough customers. They're pimping the over budget battle royal that's to come. Jay Lethal. Okay, the winner's going to receive a Ring of Honor Championship match against Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal I've watched a couple times here. I've been impressed with him. I like it. I'm excited to see that match later on. Obviously, I know who goes on to fight fight Jay Lethal, but I want to see again how it happened. Here we go, squaring off. Frankie Kazarian dancing a little bit, getting that footwork just like Rocky. $10,000 plus, going crazy, chanting SCU. Oof. The Briscoes taking Scorpio Sky out of the picture, isolating Frankie Kazarian, throwing him off the ropes. Ugh. Double shoulder takedown. See, this is what I'm talking about. They're coming across to the crowd like, fuck with us. You don't want none. This is, and to me, they get that message across. I don't want none. I don't want none of the Briscoes. Throwing Kazarian in the corner. I think Kazarian's pretty great at selling things. He takes even more than he dishes it out. He takes it much more giggity, but it's true. I think he's a great, phenomenal worker. Same thing with Scorpio Sky. Here he comes in, over the top, spinning Hurricane Rana. Wow, what an athlete. Scorpio Sky double stomp on the back, running out there, sweeping the legs. Kazarian, boom, pendulum, right back up on his feet. SC fucking U. How cool. These guys are ripped for this, man. I wonder how long of a process they got. I currently, if you've been like we've talked about in the past, they were taunting, they being the Elite, taunting Adam Page for not being in full gear shape like Pac when he does try to 1-2 kick out for by the Briscoe, sorry. When he was trying to rock his full gear, saying that he's not in the shape to do it. So we're in the midst of what he started called a full gear challenge. It was 90 days away from May 25th. I'm not quite sure when that was. I'll have to look, but we are in the midst of that. And now that I am, starting to feel a little bit more normal, I feel that it's important, to get as close to 100% as I can, even though I'm out of my element. I feel like the closer I get to 100%, the more use and more help I can be, even if it's just, the mood that I bring with me or the energy that I carry with me. The closer that I can get to that. So, in an attempt to do that, I have started the 90-day full gear challenge. If you follow me over at Owl Elite Weekly, you'll see every day I'm doing something for that. Even today on Sunday, Sunday's supposed to be my rest day. Today, I got a mile in on the treadmill at an incline, just to get a little bit of blood working, just to feel a little bit better. Just trying to make it happen. We'll see. May 25th, we'll see how I look. That at least gives me something to work towards. Same thing with this podcast. They're going concurrently, and I feel good about both of them. So sorry, that was just a little sidebar here at the match. What's going on here in the match? We got, I believe Mark Briscoe. Isolating Scorpio Sky here in the corner. They're working a little bit of double team. Here we go. They're pimping the trending worldwide. Hashtag all in. Let's see if I can delineate who's who. Which Briscoe is which Briscoe. Power suplex. Which fucking Briscoes? Which Briscoe? God damn it. All right, here we go. They're isolating Scorpio Sky again in the corner. Sorry, I'm trying to listen to see which Briscoe is which Briscoe. Chops on Scorpio Sky. Here we go. Mark Briscoe has no hair. Here we go. Jay Briscoe in. They're double teaming Scorpio Sky in the corner, not giving him much room. Boom. Stomping him. This is what I'm talking about. Scorpio Sky is and Kazarian out here definitely are portraying the image of athleticism at its best. And the Briscoes just full on, like I'm saying, like Usos, Dudley Boys to the umpteenth degree. Dudley Boys who were willing to, I think, go even further. Even the Dudley Boys did in the ECW. Dudley Boys started off more as a joke gimmick, and then became a little more twisted, and then became hardcore with the whole Saliva theme song. Get the tables. But it didn't start out like that, and I feel like the Briscoes, if the Briscoes gimmick was the tables, just that tone of that Saliva song, just the whole that tone is definitely what they omit. And I dig that they're really just overpowering the athleticism of Scorpio Sky and Kazarian here, using that tenacity to isolate each one of them. Scorpio Sky for the last little bit here, as we see him in a headlock by Jay Briscoe, trying to get up and get out, the crowd chanting him on. It seems to be working. Here we go, a couple punches to the midsection, but see, that's what I'm saying right here. Jay Briscoe again, too powerful. Whoa, jumping Hurricane Rana. And here we go, as Scorpio Sky's trying to get to the corner, tagging Kazarian. Mark Briscoe pulls him apart, but it wasn't enough. Here comes in Frankie Kazarian. Drop kicks, spinning drop kicks. Some type of spinning DDT. I don't know. That didn't look clean on the neck. I don't want it. I wonder what that must feel like to just get a spinning DDT on your neck. Roll up for the pin, and here's one of those. Great. Phenomenal. Frankie Kazarian has Mark Briscoe in the roll-up, and then Jay Briscoe comes to break it up. He gets him in a suplex, Northern Lights, concurrent double pins on them. I mean, the Bucks and the Elite sometimes get criticized for these type of spots that come off as a little too gimmicky. I dug that a lot. I think Frankie Kazarian pulled that. I've seen him pull it off in some house shows or some smaller shows, not as smoothly. But with the Briscoes, someone like a tag team like the Briscoes, who are, seasoned veterans. It looked fucking phenomenal. Oh my god! And Frankie Kazarian over the top Hurricane Rana on that to the outside on Jay Briscoe. The crowd's going crazy. They are going crazy, Chicago and here, Illinois, as Don Callis would say. I believe it's Don Callis. And I'm just seeing here in the bottom right corner the logo for WGN. Oh my god, Scorpio Sky, what a phenomenal fucking front flip over the top rope. What a clean spin. He's walking it off like it was nothing. He is in his element here. This is phenomenal. The form of that front flip was amazing. That front flip was more picturesque than Teddy Hart's moonsault. Oh, over the top diamond cutter. Multiple diamond cutters into concurrent sleeper holds. SCU has both of the Briscoes in. Pretty cool spot here we got going. Are they going to tap? Are they going to get to each other and break? Oh, and they're going to break the holds for each other. They're going to rake each other's eyes. Or, at least one of them. That's what it looked like. The Briscoes trying to clean house here. Frankie Kazarian and Jay Briscoe trading blows in the middle of the ring. Oh, Frankie Kazarian throwing punches. Jay Briscoe stops him on the ropes. Mark Briscoe with a forearm. Jay Briscoe off the ropes, knee to the fucking face, and the ring belongs to the Briscoes. Right back to the other side, kick to Scorpio Sky in the face, and Mark Briscoe off the fucking apron. Blockbuster on Frankie Kazarian, phenomenal. The Briscoes here are showing why they have won the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships as many times as they have. Which I'm not sure. I think it's like 10 times. But as many times as they have, they're putting on display why they've been able to do it. Boom. Putting Kazarian in the pin, but he kicks out. I don't know what WGN is. I'll be honest with you. I could look it up, but you could tell me what it is too. So again, hit me up all weekly on Instagram or YouTube. I'm going to get the podcast back up on other platforms. We'll talk about that at the end. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm putting the cart before the horse. Here we go. Irish whip across the ring. Mark Briscoe. Clothesline on. Another clothesline on Frankie Kazarian. Here we go. Powerbomb on him. Oh, or more like a razor's edge. With a fucking diamond cutter. Oh, roll him up 1-2, and Kazarian still kicks out. Phenomenal. Scorpio Sky is still being kept out of the ring. The Briscoes are still holding on to things here. So cool. Frankie Kazarian getting set up on the top rope by the Briscoes. I gotta be honest with you, bro. I don't think that's gonna go how you think it's gonna go. They're gonna try and set him up for the redneck boogie, but if you got Frankie Kazarian on the top rope, I think you're going to be the one, suffering the consequences of whatever happens there. I don't think Frankie Kazarian's going, and here comes Scorpio Sky jumping up to the top rope. Hurricane Rana. Phenomenal. Like I said, here we go. Frankie Kazarian comes down. Scorpio Sky and Kazarian have Mark Briscoe in the ring. Jay Briscoe in. Kick to the midsection. Scorpio Sky. Oh, what is going on here? A little bit of confusion. Spinning DDT on Jay Briscoe. So cool. Scorpio Sky about to go for what looks like a rock bottom with a backbreaker, code breaker. Frankie Kazarian, 1, 2, kick out by Mark Briscoe. How fucking cool. Sidebar, as I'm looking at Mark Briscoe here, and you know what? And Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian, this is making me want to shave my head. I'm 26 years old. The top has a little bit less than the sides, and when I say a little bit less, I mean a good amount less. If you're out there, power bomb on Frankie Kazarian top rope, Mark Briscoe off the top. Oh, what a phenomenal drop. Couldn't get him. Okay, like I was saying, if you're out there, if you're one of my 20-year-old brothers or brothers in their 20s, even in their early 30s or mid 30s, and you did it, you had the guts to shave it off, Holler at your boy. Let me know how it went. Let me, if did it go well? Did you wish you held on to it a little bit longer? Because I imagine once it's done, it's done. But I'm considering shaving my head here in the near future. I think I need to get in a little bit better shape. But if you've gone through the process already, if you're one of my follically follow challenged, oh brothers, let me know. Let me know how it's been for you. Oh, Frankie Kazarian picks up the win. 1, 2, 3, rolls them up. Wow. I was too busy talking about my bald head. SCU, the music hits. Here we go. Let's get a replay. Thank God. The Briscoes are setting. They have Frankie Kazarian up. They're about to. Oh, they're about to do what looks like a crossbody of some sort onto Frankie Kazarian, who's on Mark Briscoe's shoulders, and Kazarian absorbs the crossbody, rolls through, gets the pin. SCU picks up the win in the worst city they've ever been to, or been in, sorry, Chicago. Good match, good tag team match. Obviously not like a 9 out of 10, but at least a good 7.5, 8 out of 10. That was a good tag team match. Some good athleticism. Not much story. You obviously need more story, but for something like this, that was kind of like a one-off, and they weren't even sure they were going to get another shot at things. They, in the back of their minds, they had a plan, but All In could have failed. This was a big gamble, and I think a good match to start the night off with, a good tone to set at least. SCU and the Briscoes both brought something very different to the table, but both something very needed in wrestling, and both something that obviously has been time proven. It's proven the test of time. Whether you go back to cats like Bret Hart with as far as athleticism, the Eddie Guerreros, like we're talking about the Attitude, the Brian Pillmans, the Dudley Boys, the Usos, time and time character archetypes, attitudes and tones that we need in wrestling, and a great way to start off the event. Good kickoff. They're pimping the rest of the card. We obviously know what's going to happen on the rest of the card. So far, I'm digging it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I've seen this girl interviewing a couple of the Elite members and a couple wrestlers backstage. I don't know who she is. I'm going to look into who she is, but why is she in flip-flops, though? She is gorgeous. She is a total knockout. This girl looks like if Gal Gadot was American. And I know she's interviewing Kenny Omega, but I can't even focus. This is a woman right here. IWGP Heavyweight Champion Kenny Omega. Here we go. Ready to have your hair blown back? Hopefully you have more of it than I do. But you ready to have your hair blown back? This was my introduction to Kenny Omega. I'll say that again. All In was my introduction to Kenny Omega. So amongst the plethora of reasons that I've had to follow the Elite and to jump on the proverbial bandwagon for All Elite Wrestling, them introducing me to Kenny Omega and his wrestling style is enough of a reason for me to follow them in whatever else they choose to do after this. Kenny Omega is obviously this match that they had on this card for Kenny Omega and Pentagon Zero. Again, another person who I was introduced through this. Kenny Omega is the prophet of wrestling. He's out there doing great work. I love it. He's just like the clean ass good guy. He's gonna be the face of All Elite Wrestling. It's gonna be phenomenal. Here we go. As we got a promo for Cody versus Nick Aldis. Again, Nick Aldis, somebody I was introduced to. Not somebody who necessarily I need to follow unless he comes. But we still don't know who Cody's opponent is for Double or Nothing. Highly unlikely it's going to be Nick Aldis for the third or fourth time. A theory I have as we're getting closer is, Maybe they're not showing it because the person is still under contract. Maybe it's Marty. That's what I'm starting to think. That's somebody who we haven't announced. I think Marty Scurll's contract with Ring of Honor expires in April, so that would time out. Just a theory, just throwing it out there. But I thought this was a great package they put together. Sorry, back to the event 0 hour here. This package that they put together for Cody versus Nick Aldis for the NWA Championship, phenomenal. What a moment for Cody Rhodes to realize that, a championship that his father held. A moment that I don't think you can ever fully expect to have. One of my prized possessions is my father's football jersey, his high school jersey. Even though it's just his high school jersey, it's it gives me, it's like a shield. It's like strength. It gives me something that I share with him, something that he wore, something that he derives power or pride from. I imagine that type of totem to hold that belt that his father held. Phenomenal. Here we go. We're setting up for the all over budget battle royal. Bully Ray is walking out, and we got the ring surrounded by wrestlers. On the announced team of Excalibur, Josh Matthews, Don Callis is now joined by Dalton Castle. I like Dalton Castle. I've seen it a couple times now. I dig the eccentricity that he brings. I like the whole boys gimmick. I think he's very cool, man. Here we go. Again, they're reminding this over budget battle royal. The winner will go on to get a title match later in the night against Jay Lethal. Obviously, we know who it is, but it's gonna be exciting to see how we got there. Boom! So many people in. Off the bat, I can see Colt Cabana, Billy Gunn, his son Austin Gunn, Tommy Dreamer's in there. Okay. Again, same thing like Royal Rumble or any type of battle royal. You have to go over the top to get eliminated. And Bully Ray has just put El Generico through a table on the outside. And at this point, we still don't know who it is. Boom. Pulled out somebody else I don't recognize. Out of the fucking ring. Trent Beretta, somebody who we've talked about recently, who will appear again at Double or Nothing. When out of the ring comes Jordynne Grace, the female powerhouse of Impact Wrestling. Jordynne Grace through the middle, second row. And all ego Ethan Page, ECCW's Ethan Page with a kick to Jordynne Grace. Here we go, tearing it up, mixing it up. Colt Cabana with a moonsault off the second rope. Ooh, Chicago's favorite son, Colt Cabana. And here's another shocker. I missed Colt Cabana's entire wrestling career. It was in a blind side when I was out of wrestling. I was completely focused on movies and music. I still love music and movies, but time to come back to my other love. Tommy Dreamer and Billy Gunn running the ropes like they're going to do a suicide dive in instead. Go through the second rope and jump off the apron. Boom. Start to take out some of the young cats on the outside. And the ring is clear. This is interesting image. In a battle royal, the entire ring is clear, but no one is eliminated yet. I'm not the biggest fan of this. Billy Gunn, gets a signature suck it moment. Very cool. Moose with a big kick, Impact Wrestling Moose. And he's running the ring, punches at Tommy Dreamer and somebody in a tutu. He's taking out Brandon Cutler. He's taking out Hurricane Shane Helms, Brian Cage, Rocky Romero, Colt Cabana. Moose is running things in there. And you know what? I am starting to like Moose the more and more that I see him. He needs a little bit more personality. Somebody team Moose up with like Kevin Hart or somebody for a couple weeks. Let him ride around with somebody really charismatic and see if he can soak some of that up. Because he's a fucking phenomenal athlete. This guy has potential out the wazoo. And I think with a little bit of help, I think on the mic, I think Moose could really, really, I don't know how old he is. I know he's getting older, but I think he could really have one more big burst in Impact Wrestling or in Only Wrestling. He's been in a promo. That promo we talked about recently, he had where Stephen Amell was featured. He also had a Moose. And there goes Moose. Moose is the first one eliminated by this little tiny guy who looks like Gene Simmons. Sorry, not Gene Simmons, Richard Simmons, who's now doing the floss dance. and is kicked in the chest by, I think, Tama Tonga, but I'm not positive. All ego Ethan Page again with another kick. Ooh, we got a toasty night going on here, guys. Facing off with Johnny Impact, I believe. I could be wrong. Oh, Diamond got her. Off of Trent Beretta. Sorry, not Johnny Impact. Johnny Impact would probably be like, how dare you? I wouldn't be in this fucking Battle Royal. I'm Johnny Impact, or I'm Johnny Mundos, or I'm Johnny wherever I'm champion of, bitch. Here we go. All ego Ethan Page and Chuck Taylor. Oh, Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, the best friends, about to do suplex over the top. All ego, trying to eliminate all ego Ethan Page. Nada. Bully Ray also trying to suplex somebody out on the other side. Here we go. Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn and ego Ethan Page suplex both of the best friends into the ring, back into the ring. Kind of counterintuitive. That was a weird spot. What are you gonna do? On the other side of the ring, we got too much is going on. Tommy Dreamer suplex off the top rope, but Brian Cage, who I like a lot. And here we go. Brandon Cutler over the top, kick to the back of the head, running elbow strike, very cool. Brandon Cutler. Who is this little guy? He's jumped on the back of Brandon Cutler now. This little Richard Simmons looking guy is getting spun around and slammed to the ground. All right, here we go. Brandon Cutler and Brian Cage facing off. Brandon Cutler, old friend of the Bucks. Here we go, stepping into the limelight a little bit here with the likes of some high caliber talent. Ooh, moonsault on fucking former Impact champion Brian Cage, X Division champion. Brian Cage. Ooh, Bully Ray's holding this little Gene Simmons looking guy up in there. Oh, Brandon Cutler's eliminated. There we go. Well, I really just built you up there, Brandon Cutler. But he will be back at Double or Nothing. We've talked about he's back for the over the budget battle royal. Very cool. All ego Ethan Page throwing out Trent Beretta, but he stays on the curtain and he's trying to. Oh no, I thought he was gonna go for his third big boot, but no. Okay, his best friend's trying to double team ego Ethan Page. Oh no, he's throwing Chuck Taylor out as well. Or here we go, Ethan Page throwing punches at both of them, and they're faltering. This is overdrawn. He's drawn it out, running the ropes, and Rocky Romero kicks him. And he wants to save Rocky Romero, trying to save the best friends. Okay? Interesting. Power slam by all ego Ethan Page. And what an odd motive. I don't really understand that, but for whatever. Spinning DDT on ego Ethan Page. I don't understand why he did that move, but what are you going to do? Power slam on that Tutu guy. Brian Cage trying to eliminate Bully Ray in the corner. And the best friends hug and the crowd goes crazy. Cool. Oh, there we go. Now they're both thrown out concurrently at the same time. Very good. That makes me happy. I'm not for the best friends shit. I know they're going to have a Double or Nothing, but now that I'm starting to see them more and more, I didn't dig it. Rocky Romero thrown on the top. Back in. Working right off the top rope. Punishment Martinez, sorry, not Tongaloa. Rocky Romero running corner to corner. Clotheslines on Billy Gunn. On a bunch of OGs. Billy Gunn, Brian Cage, Tommy Dreamer, and Austin Gunn. Wow. Rocky Romero getting clotheslines all over the ring. What's going on here? I'm not for this either. He should be, nothing against Rocky Romero, but against, there we go. Spinning lariat by Brian Cage and Rocky Romero. That's what should happen to him. And he's thrown over the top. And that's what I expect. I don't think he deserved that moment. No disrespect, but I didn't like that. Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger off the second rope trying to take out Brian Cage. I didn't even know Cheeseburger was in there. I haven't seen him till now. Shantae on Brian Cage. Smack to the face. Smack on Ethan Page. Cheeseburger getting a moment. Okay. Call me con. Okay. Whatever it is, I'm more okay with Cheeseburger getting a moment than Rocky Romero. I know how important Rocky Romero is, especially in New Japan, and what a big, help he's been in as far as talent relations. Oh, and there goes. Okay, again, it spoke too soon. Brian Cage just threw Cheeseburger over the top rope. I was just again building up why I'm okay with the Cheeseburger moment, but apparently I'm the only one. Punishment Martinez and Brian Cage facing off in the middle of the ring, trading blows. Here we go. And huge ass Brian Cage. That looked like he came down hard on his shoulder, but he did like a spinning hurricane Rana. That's not smart, bro. You don't need to be doing that. You're a fucking tank, dog. We know you're athletic. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing what you do. I like Brian Cage's moveset. I like the spinning lariats. I like the power slams. I like things like that. I don't feel like he needs to be doing those kind of things. I respect your athleticism, Brian Cage. I can see you got some shit in their hamstring too, though, dog. You got his Brian Cage. If you notice, in the back of his right hamstring is taped up. And the Hurricane choke slam on Punishment Martinez. Okay, again, call me, call me, contradictory, but boom, choke slam on Brian Cage. The Hurricane choke slamming people and doing his whole little shtick. Shane Hurricane Helms. I fuck with that. Maybe it's because in the time period when I was a kid and that's when I came up. But I enjoy Hurricane's shtick. Tommy Dreamer has Page on his shoulders. Punch Martinez has Hurricane on his shoulders. They're both trying to get him over the top rope. They're both on the aprons, and they're both shoving them into the corners on each side. Now they're facing off. Hurricane and All Ego Ethan Page trading blows on the apron. They're going to go out at the same time, I think. Oh, no. Okay, big boot to the face again on the Hurricane. Hurricane out. And Colt Cabana with a side hip kind of attack on Ego Ethan Page. And there goes Ego Ethan Page. He's out of here. I don't know if they were partners or something. They weren't the same color scheme, but Colt Cabana looks pretty smug about it. And someone threw a trash can at him. Assuming it's Bully Ray or Tommy Dreamer. Yep, I was right. It's Tommy Dreamer. Here comes Tommy Dreamer. Baking pan to the head of Billy Gunn. Austin Gunn. Dude in the tutu. Here we go. Trash can lid to Austin Gunn again. And a trash can on Punishment Martinez. Look at that. Tommy Dreamer rocking the yellow polka dots in honor, in respectado, in memorando of Dusty Rhodes. Very cool. I fuck with that. Dusty Rhodes. Oh, here we go. Oh, Tommy Dreamer doing the punches. So, with the spin, the rock and spin, kissing it up in the air, bionic elbow in honor of Dusty Rhodes. Very cool. Dusty Rhodes, who got over those fucking polka dots, who got him over still, even though he was put in those probably as a rib. Oh, and look again. That's what they do with you. Boom. It's like Game of Thrones. As soon as Tommy Dreamer gets that moment, I was all proud of him. Bully Ray with a trash can to the head, and then he throws out Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer eliminated. Again. Okay, Bully Ray facing off with this little guy. I'm trying to listen to who he is. He's trading chops on Bully Ray's chest, though. Nothing's happening. Bully Ray's got him in powerbomb position. Billy Gunn saves him. And uses this little guy as a weapon to kick Bully Ray. And then Austin Gunn with a lariat. He's Austin Gunn throwing blows, looking just like Billy Gunn of old. On the dude in the tutu. And Jimmy Jacobs, apparently. Okay, Jimmy Jacobs is the guy in the tutu. Yeah, it's Austin Gunn doing the suck it. And Billy Gunn had to cover his mouth in the corner because he looked like he laughed. That was awesome. What a cool moment to be sitting in the corner as a father and to see your son doing your moves, using your mannerisms like you out there in your prime. How fucking cool, and you could share that moment with him. To see them from that vantage point. Billy Gunn's on the ground in the corner with his head on the bottom turnbuckle, and he just watched his son doing it. How beautiful. Jimmy Jacobs, 5-knuckle shuffle on Austin Gunn. I don't need that. Come on, man. Now he's doing the suck it pose on him. Ah, blasphemy. Disrespectful. Here we go. Billy Gunn with the save. Yeah, you're not going to take that. You can't. Oh, my God. He just kissed Billy Gunn on the lips. Billy Gunn's grabbing him by the back of the head and telling him to suck this, that, and threw him over the top. All right, well, that's one way to respond to that. I don't know if some dude kissed me like full on, I don't know if I'd be like, suck this, because if he was down to kiss me, if I say suck this, he's probably going to be open to it. But whatever, to each their own. Again, this is maybe not my favorite match on the card. Austin Gunn eliminates Marvin Martinez, and he's going crazy. Yelling, suck it. Billy Gunn embraces his son. He's so proud of him. This is awesome. And Bully Ray, of course, again, to ruin the moment. There he goes. Smacks them both with a pie can or a baking tin. Austin Gunn thrown out. And now Bully Ray again doing the suck it. Now Billy Gunn doing the suck it. And the Fan Master on Bully Ray doing suck it again. Man, how many times is the suck it gesture going to be used during this thing? Brian Cage facing off against the behemoth Billy Gunn. Wow. If you want a scale of how big Billy Gunn is, go to this match and look at Billy Gunn facing off against Brian Cage in the ring. The fucking monster Brian Cage, who just picked up Billy Gunn and threw him up over the top rope like he was nothing. But Billy Gunn is even bigger than Brian Cage. Phenomenal. I don't know who this little guy is still, but he just did some shit on Brian Cage, and he's been picked up and tossed over the top rope by Bully Ray. Okay, I'm fine with that. I didn't know who he was anyways. Colt Cabana and Bully Ray both clothesline each other to hell. Here we go, Jordan Grace facing off against Brian Cage. Probably the strongest of both of their divisions. Easily, actually, both strongest of both of their divisions. Okay, Jordan Grace picking up Brian Cage put him on his shoulders. No, she couldn't get it. She dropped him. Okay, and then he reverses it. And she takes a hell of a power slam over the top into what looks like it's going to be a power buckle bomb. Not just a power bomb, buckle bomb. Oh my God. And then she was going to take a lariat, but instead, here we go. She's going to try again. He's up on the top rope and he's assisting. Powerbomb on Brian Cage. Good for you, Jordan Grace. Not bad. She eliminates Brian Cage. No, maybe not as much. I was down for the powerbomb, but not the elimination. Jordan Grace, I fuck with it. She's the strongest of the women's division, but Brian Cage is probably the strongest of the entire locker room. So that I don't fuck with that just for giving Jordan Grace that moment. Well, here we go. I like this though. She's facing off against Bully Ray. She's beating her chest like, oh shit, this is very cool. She's a tough chick. And Bully Ray, instead of chopping her in the chest, he goes to rake her eyes. Here we go. He's got Jordan Grace on the top rope. Fine ass, thick ass Jordan Grace. Who is she? Who's she? Oh, okay. She just kicks Bully Ray off the top. Oh, Colt Cabana's got it. Bully Ray's legs open. Jordan Grace headbutt to his gonads, right in the nuts. And Bully Ray throws Jordan Grace. He's got her on the top. Oh, there she goes over the top. I think Jordan Grace is she's either engaged to Leo Rush or Jonathan Gresham. I know that sounds racist, but it might be. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry about that. Okay. Colt Cabana's on the floor. Bully Ray's on the second rope. Oh, goes for a full flat back, trying to drop it on him. And Colt Cabana using a chair on him. Apparently, we're going to let that all rock inside the ring. So, boom, Colt Cabana smacking around Bully Ray with a chair to the midsection, to the chest. And Colt Cabana's eliminated. Bully Ray is standing alone in the ring with his hands raised. Bully Ray has won. Nope, here comes in Elio De Chico. Sorry, not El Generico. Elio De Chico, the son of the kid, comes in under the bottom rope. He was never thrown over the top rope. Takes off his mask, and it's Flip Gordon. Flip Gordon throws Bully Ray over the top in Chicago. The Sears Center explodes. El Hijo de Chico. Flip Gordon has won the Over the Budget Battle Royal and has earned a championship match for Ring of Honor Championship against Jay Lethal later on in the event of All In. How fucking cool. Bully Ray looks like he's just seen a ghost. And, okay, Flip Gordon is now holding up his shirt. Come on, dog. Flip Gordon. You're gonna come back out later. Why didn't you just wear the shirt then? He's holding up his shirt. Flip Gordon. Damn, bro. I was really rocking with you there for a second. Okay, you're going to put it on. Okay. That's better. Okay, I'm back on board. Congratulations to Flip Gordon for winning that. He saved that. I'm really glad he put that fucking shirt on because that really was really going to take me out of that at the end. Guys, we've reached the end of it. This was all in 0 hour. That was the SCU versus the Briscoes, and that was all the over the budget battle royal. I'm gonna be honest. You could tell here by my reactions. I enjoyed the tag team match much better than I did the over the budget battle royal. But both had their moments, man. I'm not gonna lie. Both had their moments. Both are necessary pieces or components to a wrestling card. I understand. All In was trying to be as broad and as inclusive as it could, and I think that both of these were positive additions to a card trying to accomplish that goal. This was only my second time watching this, so you guys got to hear pretty raw, pretty close to raw. Like I said, I was falling asleep the first time, so this was as close to raw as we were going to be able to get. But I'm glad we sat down and did this. As I wind that down, it's over. My file has ended. The announced team is gone. I've closed QuickTime Player. If you watched this along with me, thank you for sitting and watching it with me. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it again. If you've already seen it, I hope you were able to still enjoy it. As far as when we're gonna do this again, I'm not quite sure. Now it's 9:26, so I'm probably done for the night. Later this week, I will do an all-in commentary that I will put in that I'll break up in pieces. Well, I'll see what I can do. I'm playing it day to day out here, guys. I am gonna do my best, but expect at least in the next couple of weeks we'll still be watching All In together. I hope you don't get sick of it. I know I'm not. I know that I've only watched it a couple times. I hope even if you watched it more than a couple times, you're still as excited as we get closer to May 25th. This is really, it's like, you know, like when there's a big Avengers movie coming out. I only rewatch Marvel movies when there's an Avengers movie coming out to kind of catch up, you know. So this is my way of building up to Double or Nothing. We're rewatching All In together. You know, we're gonna break it down. I'm very excited about it. As far as, you know, how often we're gonna be, or how far in advance these are gonna be recorded. Everything's day to day. Everything's playing it by ear. I really, really appreciate you riding it out with me. I hope I hope you're doing well wherever you're at, and without getting too deep into shit, whoever your people are, make sure that they know that you love them. Give them a hug, man, and don't stray too far from them because you never know how much time you have. Sorry to end things there on a pretty heavy note, but let's plug it up, okay? You can holler at me on Instagram, All Elite Weekly, on YouTube at All Elite Weekly. Oh, yes, talking about the various platforms. Spotify, iTunes, we are not going current on there right now. I am unemployed, so I cannot fund my SoundCloud Pro page. I will as soon as I get a constant job, or hopefully with some of these first paychecks from WAG, from walking your dogs. Again, here's the last plug for WAG. If you're in the South Bay Area region, San Jose, or in the neighboring districts, you can hire me to walk your dog. You can either apply on the WAG app, just search Matthew Cruz or Matt Cruz, or hit me up here on All Elite Weekly on Instagram, or email me at wrestlingwithwrestlingshit@gmail.com. I'm always looking to make some furry friends, take them out for a stroll, get out, enjoy the sun, or enjoy the overcast as it is here in the South Bay Area region. But I'm glad that we did this. I'm glad that we sat down, and I'm glad that we're gonna start getting back on track here. For All Elite Weekly, I'm Matt. Go be elite.